Hello. It is Friday right now and James and I are on our way to go get some dinner. We're gonna go get some sushi from one of our favorite sushi places, and then we're gonna go back to my house actually and just eat in the backyard. I feel like while we have it, might as well just enjoy the beauty of it, enjoy all of the beautiful flowers and all that stuff. Just do a little picnic. We were planning to do a picnic elsewhere, but then I was like,
I like that color.
oh yeah, I like that too. James likes this Tesla color. Model 2 or just the Tesla color?
Model what?
No, like do you like the Model 2 in addition to the color, or do you like the...
Yeah.
How do you feel right now?
Aroused.
Anyways, the lighting's kind of crazy right now because we're driving all over the place. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited for some yummy sushi, and we're just gonna enjoy our Friday evening. Dinner looks so good. I got a little combo with sushi, like all different types. I think it's albacore salmon, tuna, and then yellowtail. And then I got California. Didn't realize it was gonna be imitation crab. I like the real thing, but it's fine. Then I got a miso soup. James got a salad he pretty much already devoured. And then he got a bunch of sashimi and also sushi as well. And then this little rice bowl. Hello, good morning. It's Saturday. It's been a while since I last talked to you guys. Okay, well, James is opening a beer now. We've literally been gone all day. We've been running so many errands. James kind of came along for the ride because it was really just my errands I needed to run. We woke up, we ate breakfast, all that fun stuff. Then we went to get my car washed, go on a walk while I got my car washed, went to pick up a prescription, went to the grocery store, went to my dry cleaning, went to Bath & Body Works to get some stuff for Mother's Day, and then also the house, and then went again to the grocery store because, you know, sometimes you just need to go to two. You know, some things have better things than others. We went to Trader Joe's, and now we finally just got back from Trader Joe's and we're kind of unpacking everything. I thought it would be fun to do a little haul and show you guys kind of all the things that we got today. Alrighty, so first we have these little snacks. I've never had these before, but James likes them, so we'll try that. We got 2 Go Macro bars. James likes this yogurt. We're making pizzas this week, so we got pizza makings. I've never used this crust, but it looked good. We got prosciutto for the pizza, gorgonzola for the pizza, along with mozzarella, which is somewhere in here. These are really good. James showed these to me and they're really yummy. We got some broccoli. We got 2 juices for Mother's Day tomorrow. We have pomegranate and cranberry juice. We also have prosecco for tomorrow, kombucha, because that's a need, fried rice, these mochis. I had this at Jess's house the other day and it was really yummy, so I decided to get some for dessert this week. My mints from Gelson's. We got arugula, Honeycrisp apples. This is my favorite creamer. Tuna. This is the tuna brand I like to use. It's really good and also really healthy, and so I was craving some, so I got like 4 packets. Ponzu, because we ran out of ponzu sauce and that's important. Pizza sauce and relish, because I like relish in my tuna. From Bath & Body Works, since it's right here, we got orange pineapple punch, 2 candles of the Tiki Beach, and we also got sun-kissed coconut. I'm gonna give 1 to James's mom and the other to his sister for Mother's Day, and then we're gonna keep 2 for the house. Right now this is the only candle we have, and obviously I'm burning through it. I wanted to have 2 extras. For the last little bit from Trader Joe's, we got 2 things of chicken, ground turkey, 4 sweet potatoes, bananas, 2 mozzarella cheeses for the pizza, clementines. James got this for granola. This is 2 pears for the pizza, lemon, sourdough bread, dates, and then he also got this for like a lunch or something. So yeah, pretty much everything. It's kind of a mess right now, but yeah, we're gonna put everything away and just get prepped for the week. Hey, it is a lot later, and as you can see, I am dressed up. I'm at Natasha and Sheila's. We're about to go out and have a girls' night, a girls' dinner, and I just wanted to show you the outfit because honestly, I'm in love. This dress is Princess Polly. Love their stuff. Bag and then shoes. This be the outfit. Hello! 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 Hey! The shades inside! Oof, oof. The Uggs came up, shades came out. Hey guys, it's a little bit later. I thought that the second half of the vlog would be really fun if we did a little Q&A section. I know I've been getting a lot of like DMs and questions about my moving process, my experience, and advice that goes along with moving. So I thought I would do a little Q&A and answer them for you. Okay, let's get started. What is your biggest or most favorite must-have in your apartment? I would say a must-have, if I'm being logistical, would be cleaning products, because I literally am a clean freak and all I do is I love wiping down the counters and like my table and like making sure my apartment is super clean, but I feel like that's not really fun. But if I were to pick something more fun, that's more of like a decor like thing, I really love my wine rack that I got from Amazon. I think it is so cute. I love the way it displays my wine, and every time I look at it, it makes me so happy. So that's something that I really just suggest. If you want to make your little bar cart or bar area super cute, I would add something like that in. How did you make your place feel more like a home? Well, I think that's something that happens over time, because I think that especially when you move to a different place, it's not necessarily going to feel like home the first few weeks. But something that I like to do is I just like to keep my routine somewhat similar and just try to create the things that I love about home there. So for instance, I love candles, I love blankets, and I love, you know, hanging out on the couch with James. I love really trying to make the area just feel serene and nice and just kind of welcoming. So those are the things that I like to do to make it feel like home. I would just try to take aspects that you loved from home and bring it either there if it's physical, or do the things that you used to do. Is it a hard transition going from a house to an apartment? Yes, I will say that it has been quite a difficult, I wouldn't say difficult actually, I take that back. It hasn't been difficult, but it's just been different. Like, I absolutely love living with James. That part has been so amazing. But it's just kind of like the whole downsizing from a house to an apartment. And it sounds like when I say downsizing, like it was my house. It was definitely not my house. I just lived there mostly by myself. So it kind of felt like I was so used to like the house lifestyle, and then all of a sudden I'm going to an apartment. I like both, but I definitely am a house person. So can't wait for the day that I will, you know, be able to get a house and live that lifestyle again. I just love having like a yard and the whole shebang like that. So that's kind of the thing. So it's different having people so close to me. The things about the apartment that's different is that I have such a smaller space, and I'm not used to that. I'm also not used to hearing people above me, or I can hear people open their doors outside, etc. Like I can hear that. So it's weird hearing people so close to me. And then it's also, I wish my apartment had more light. So whatever next place I live, I want to really make sure I have a lot of natural light. I think the light thing is only like the only downside. The other stuff is like, that's just the life of living in an apartment, and it's not like it's doable. It's not like a complaint. It's just different. Next question is, when do you want to buy a home? So this is an answer that I don't necessarily have yet, because I am not at the place in my life right now to purchase a home. It's probably going to be a while until I purchase a home, but I will say that I am excited for that time in life. But it will be a time in my life when I'm ready to settle down. I see myself staying somewhere for a really long period of time, because I don't know, right now I'm at a place that I just don't know what life has to hold, and I'm excited just to have experiences and to, I don't know, move around and all this stuff at one point. So I guess when the time is right, and I guess that will be the time that I buy a home, but it will be a while. I mean, I'm only 24, so it's gonna be some time. Do you hire a cleaning lady? I don't. James and I do it ourselves. This is such a small space, and James and I can easily do it, so we just do it ourselves. So that's basically how we do that. The next question is how much is rent? This is a good question, because I know people might be interested, especially when it comes to rent in LA and, you know, what your money gets you here in California. Rent is pretty expensive here. This might be more than, you know, let's say if you live in more of a suburban area, or if you live in another state. I'm just gonna say the total rent for our apartment that James and I both pay, not each. So together, the whole rent of our apartment is about $2,300 a month. I think $2,300 is pretty fair for the size of our place, where we live, parking situation, but also for $2,300 being the size that it is and all of that stuff, like this apartment was great. It's a little bit older, but I think that this is a very good starting, I guess, rent to pay. And by the way, $2,300 for Los Angeles is actually pretty low. Normally places go for a lot more, like a lot more. I don't know what area you guys are all in. That might be a lot for where you live, or that might not be a lot. So where we live, that's actually very, very good price. I do see a lot of people my age and a lot of people on social media having these glamorous, beautiful apartments. And I have to say, and I would love to remind you, and it's something that is super important to me, is first of all, the glamorous apartments are not what it seems like. First of all, these people who like show these beautiful apartments, I mean, obviously, yes, they have the money to spend, so they have the ability to have these beautiful apartments, but two, that's not really normal for our age. And I think that's something to really know, because I think I see a lot of people having the pressure and they think that their apartment has to be this gorgeous dream apartment right out of college, right when you're super young. And I'm 24, and I just want to say that that is not reality. And that's kind of the reason why I didn't go for the extravagant apartment. I mean, I guess we could have paid for a little bit more, but I personally didn't want to be house or like rent poor. I didn't want all of my money into the place that I live. And second of all, I think right now in life is the time to live on a budget and live more frugal, just because I personally just don't think I need everything right now. I feel like I have a long life and I would love to enjoy later in life. And not to say that I'm not enjoying life now, but what I'm saying is I don't need to live this like luxurious life all right now, if that makes sense. Yes, there can be a little luxurious moments here and there, or little small things, treats, whatever. But I'm saying in the grand scheme of things, I'm not ready to spend that kind of money on an apartment right now. And that's just how I feel. So anyways, if you have a different opinion than I do, then that's totally fine. But I just wanted to like say that I just see a lot of people talk about how they see all these things on social media, this extravagant lifestyle, and that's not necessarily the norm. So don't be like down on yourself that you're not living this extravagant lifestyle while this is all you see. First of all, it's all you see, not necessarily the truth. And second of all, I personally think to be financially, like setting myself up for a good financial future is to just like, this is the time to like chill on that stuff. Like, I don't need it all right now. Anyways, that's my spiel. Sorry for going super long about that. The next question was, did you hire a moving company or used U-Haul? Was it stressful? We did not hire a moving company, but we did rent a U-Haul truck, like a small U-Haul truck. So James actually kind of did that whole thing with his then roommate. They both were like moving out at the same time, James into mine and his friend or his roommate into another apartment. So what they did was they split a U-Haul. I think we all split it anyways, and they just did the moving. They're two boys, they got it. They just moved all the furniture. So that's kind of how that happened. I just moved things with my car. I just packed everything and I did a little bit every day, and that's how I moved everything. I think it really helped so that we didn't have to do it all in one day. Also, we did save money by doing it that way. Like I said, we did not hire a moving company because that can be really expensive, and I don't know, I feel like we didn't have a ton of stuff, so we felt like we could just do it ourselves, so we just did. So that's what we did. I hate when people drive so slow next to me. Okay, next question I have is, who else lives with you? If you weren't aware, I actually have a few questions like that. If you weren't aware, I live with my boyfriend James now. I don't show him all the time, so I think that's probably why you might question that, but I do live with my boyfriend. Next question is how to know the best / nice and safest places to live. I've lived in Los Angeles for the past 9 years, so I personally know the locations to live in and I know what I like. Also, the thing is that there's a lot of nice areas in Los Angeles, but there's certain places that I personally just like more than others. To be completely honest, for me, just the lifestyle that I like to live is I'm a very like neighborhood, suburban type of feel. And basically, to just give you an analogy, for instance, Beverly Hills is a very, very nice place to live. Very nice, but it's not like something that I would want to live in, if that makes sense. Just because it's way more of a different vibe, a different feel in that area versus, let's say, Malibu. You know what I mean? Like Malibu's very like beachy, chill, like it's just a very different environment, very different community of people. I'm way more of a west side person, just because over here it's just way more just chill, and that's just what I love. Versus there's a lot of people who I know live in like more downtown LA, they live in, you know, the valley or something. There's a lot of nice and safe places. It just, since I've lived here, I know what I like, and that's how I've picked it. Another thing is, if you're going somewhere that you don't know and you've never lived before, I would really do your research. I would visit, I would ask around and see what kind of nice and safe neighborhoods and what the feel of each neighborhood is like. So for instance, like me with Beverly Hills, I feel like Beverly Hills is a lot of traffic for me. It's a lot of people. It's just too much for me. I feel the same way about Santa Monica. It's way too many people. It's very crowded. Even though some people, Santa Monica might be the dream, or Beverly Hills might be the dream for them. So like I said, those are just kind of things and preferences that you're gonna have to figure out, like what kind of like lifestyle you like to live, and then just kind of like feel it out, ask around, do your research. That's what I would do. Next question is, how did I find my apartment? James and I literally just used apartments.com, and I called a bunch of places, made tours, like we went on tours to see, and we went to this one. James was like, this really makes sense for, you know, all of these things and the price that it is. And yeah, that's how we found it. And really right after we saw it, we went home and we applied. Since then, it was like a super seamless process. And that's another reason why I knew it was the one for us at this time in our life, was that the process went by like so easy. For me, if I ever have to push too hard for something, I know it's not right, and this was like the easiest thing ever. The next question is, how am I loving the environment? I love the environment. I think it is super nice, and I love that I feel very safe, and I love walking around the city where I live. It's going great. It's a good move, and James is literally the best. It's been a great transition, and I've loved living with him. He's the easiest person to live with, and we have so much fun together. It's been amazing. I'm very happy with the move. How are you going to decorate everything? I don't know. I have ideas. If you watch my past moving vlogs, you kind of get an idea of like what I'm thinking, but my idea right now is just to live in it for a little bit and just to see what I think is best. I think that I won't get an idea until I live there for a little longer. I also don't want to like buy a bunch of decorations and realize a month later that I don't want them. So that's another reason. My last question that I'm going to answer is, who is going to pay the bills? We pretty much split everything that has to do with the house and food. I keep saying the house, the apartment, food, and then like obviously rent and bills like water and gas and all of the like cable, etc. Like we pretty much split everything. That's just kind of how we do it. But I will say that when you live with friends, it's a little different. You don't split rent, you kind of split it based on rooms. Whoever gets the best room probably pays a little bit more, or best parking situation, they probably pay a little bit more. That's something that you discuss in advance. Most times people don't split food. Like James and I split food because we literally cook everything together, but other people probably don't do that when they live with friends. They buy their own food and then they just split like all the utilities. But yeah, I mean, I think how you pay the bills is very different from couple to couple and from situation to situation. So I would highly, I mean, I feel like this really needs to be talked about, but if you're looking to move in with someone, whether it's a boyfriend or whether it's just friends, before even looking for the apartment, really sit down and have an honest and open communication about how you're going to pay for things and who's going to pay for what. Are you all going to pay rent to the landlord yourselves, or is one person paying the rent and they pay that one person? However you want to do it. Everybody's so different and what works for them. Make sure you have that conversation and come up with an actual game plan for how you're going to address everything when it comes to living in the apartment, because then that will make it seamless, and you definitely do not want to have a living nightmare with paying things and you feeling like you're paying for all this stuff and your roommate is not paying for anything. However I do it does not mean it's the right way of doing it. I'm just saying the right way, I will say the right way of doing is having a conversation about it. That's important. But the rest from there, it can be anything that makes you makes you happy. That's the end of the video. I hope you really enjoyed watching this and I answered your questions and that you have learned a thing or two. So I will see you guys in my next video. Please let me know what kind of videos you want to see this summer. I'm getting so excited for summer content right now and I can't wait to make more videos and that stuff. All right, see you guys.